Hey guys, welcome to a completely original TFL Unfiltered buddy review of the brand new, well, it's a little bit old, but this is a brand new one, we just got it, Lexus RCF. And in this video, we're going to find out how fast it is in real world conditions from 0 to 60. We're going to see how well it rides on a relatively rough road, and we're going to dispute the fact that it's a flop. That's right, Lexus doesn't think it's a flop, but Doug DeMiro does, because in a recent video he called this car a flop. But before we get to that, let me get some buddies over here, because this is going to be fun. Nathan, come on over.
Ta-da!
Now Nathan, you and I went on the launch of this vehicle in New Orleans.
That's right, and I completely disagree with it being a flop. I think it's a fantastic car.
Yeah, I fell in love with it the first time we drove it. I think it is the second sexiest car that you can buy. The first being the LC, which is its more grand toury stablemate. All right, we need one more buddy because this is going to be crazy. We're going to get 4 people in the car. Michael.
Hello, hey guys.
Welcome. So let's start with, as always, what's under the hood, Michael. I'll open it up and you show them what's under the hood.
Let's do it. This is actually a pretty unique engine in its class at this point. Under the hood of this Lexus, there it is, a 5-liter naturally aspirated V8. It makes 467 horsepower, 389 pound-feet of torque. Sends that power to the rear wheels, which some would say are the correct wheels, through an 8-speed torque converter automatic transmission.
Yeah, look at this. Check this out. I mean, it's a proper V8, right? So you can take off the cover. They're painted blue.
Gorgeous.
Now this model that we're test driving is just over $80,000, $81,000.
81.
And it's got the carbon package. Why don't you show them around and show them what they get for that? The brake calipers and the cool carbon roof.
Heck yeah. So of course the first thing you see right here, there's the whole roof is just carbon fiber. It's a big sheet of gorgeous carbon fiber. The other little detail though that's kind of fun, back here, the spoiler that is an active spoiler. They actually borrowed this technology from the LFA, and it pops up when you're going over 74.6 miles per hour specifically, but that's also carbon fiber.
So let me start it up. And you can listen to it, and then we're all gonna, 4 big guys, because Ian's behind the camera, we're all gonna try to get in the thing and give you a driving review of it. But let's start it up and let's hear it, because I love those tailpipes. I love the offset dual tailpipes. They look like they're 4, but they're really 2 coming out of the same muffler. Yeah, exactly. All right, let's start it up.
I think we're going to be okay because it's partially carbon fiber on the roof.
Right, yeah. Lightness, more space.
Did you hear that? That was me putting it in Sport Plus mode. Ooh! You can hear how it gets a little bit more, well, baritone. Aggressive. Check out these brakes, guys. Look at that. Orange. Look at those low profile tires. Pilot Super Sports. So let's all jump in. We got to get Ian to go in first. Ian, good luck. Be on this side, Ian. And then we'll get in after you. Oh my.
Is he in?
Are you in, Ian? All right, Mike, your turn. Hop in. You go in the back. I'm gonna try not to kill your legs, because this is a proper 2+2. All right, hold on. Stop. There we go. Okay. I can't get in there. Let me go farther. I have to go a little bit farther. Sorry, dude. All right. That's just...
Okay. This is a horrible idea. Oh gosh.
Who thought of this?
Who thought of this?
Yeah.
Well, I kind of thought of this, but
Is this your fault?
this might be my fault. But I am.
Somebody hand me a seatbelt, please. Thank you.
Oh no. Oh, is it gonna crush my legs?
Oh my.
Oh boy.
You'll be right.
Oh boy. Oh, my feet.
Flexible.
Ah! Oh, oh, I had to come back forward. Okay. All right.
All right. Now, speaking of the seats, there's a really cool kind of.
The pattern is beautiful.
Yeah, the design is beautiful, and that's on purpose. The Japanese designed it that way to mimic the muscles and the bone structure of your back to make it comfortable. Is it comfortable, Nathan?
It is wonderful.
And we're in. Look at that. We got 4 big dudes in a Lexus RCF.
Can you hand me the seatbelt?
Here, it's down
Now,
here. You gotta reach down here.
I gotta tell you, boys, I do love the interior. It's very modern, very functional, very sexy, I would say. This gauge cluster is right out of the LFA, basically. And I'm going to put it into, let me get it around the corner here, and I'll put it into, let's put it into what, Sport Plus mode?
Sport Plus. We're feeling extra sporty today.
Yeah, it changes the way the chrono works. There's Sport. Let's go to Sport Plus.
There it is.
Ooh, now we're in Sport Plus.
We need this to reset.
Yeah, well, this has got to kind of also reset. So let's talk about why Doug hated this vehicle. And the reason was because he said that the BMW outsells it 3-1 on the BMW M4. And basically he compared this to the M4. And I got to tell you guys, I don't think that when Lexus was kind of benchmarking vehicles, it set out to create an M4 fighter. I think it just set out to create a Lexus version of the ultimate Grand Tour.
Yeah, I think of it as like an M4 alternative, right? It offers similar power figures, same sort of luxury and quality feel, right? But not so track focused in its performance.
Yeah, this is the one that I think your wife would love, and I think this is the one that, you know, you can drive as an everyday driver. The M4, while it's a really fun and exciting car, it's a bit of a, you know, one-trick pony, right? I mean, it is really designed to go fast around a racetrack.
Right.
Yeah.
And that gets tiring. It gets really rough, and it gets really, well, kind of bone-jarring at times. And now, of course, we're in also bone-jarring mode because we're in Sports Plus.
But it's not too bone jarring.
Hey, I think, is this how you're supposed to drive, with basically the steering wheel in your face?
Well, when you want to carry people, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, the back seats really aren't for people; they're for golf clubs. And that is the type of person who would buy this, is somebody who would live that lifestyle, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, you buy a vehicle like this because you do not need to truck people around. You may have your mate in the side seat, but other than that, you have golf clubs in the back, or.
But check it out.
What else, Mike? What else?
There is an F logo on this little cubby handle right here, just to remind the people in the back seat. This is the RCF and not the RC350.
Yeah, there are F logos everywhere. And I gotta tell you guys, I don't mind. I think they're cool.
Yeah, they're kind of cool.
Yeah,
it's
they
the
are
same
cool.
reason that the hood, that the top of the engine is colored blue, right? Blue is the color of F.
And let's face it, this carbon fiber is real carbon fiber.
That's true.
It's not fake carbon fiber. And how much is the sticker on this, Mike?
Well, we're looking at about $80,900 after your delivery charges, processing, and handling fees. So a touch over 80 grand.
Which I think is actually a bargain.
Not a bad price.
Considering that you are getting a top-notch Lexus with a V8 engine that is capable of some pretty good performance, I think that's an
All right,
excellent.
here we go, boys. I'm just going to floor it, okay?
Go for it.
How fast? Under 5? I doubt it.
Let's say about 6 and change. Woo, sounds good.
There's 60. Whoa.
Wow. I think having 3 extra passengers has definitely slowed it down a little bit.
At a mile above sea level.
At a mile above sea level.
Yeah, I think that hurt its time. Wow, that was...
Normally I'm not that far off. That's surprisingly.
That was on the slower end.
And, you know, Doug's right about one thing. It is heavy.
Yeah, it's heavy. About almost 4,000 pounds.
Yeah, it's almost a 2-ton car.
And that's a lot of weight. And then, you know, let's face it, we're certainly all above 200 pounds in this thing.
Yeah, there's a little bit of extra beef over here.
So we probably add another 1,000 pounds to that.
Hey, let's do our sound test. Hey, there's the little decibel meter right down there.
All right, let me take it out of like the crazy mode. Now it's in eco mode, so that should quiet it up. So let's do our sound test on the highway. So we're at 65. Let me think if I put it into Sport Plus. It jumped it up to about 69. So it did get a little bit louder in Sport Plus.
A little bit.
A little bit, yeah, a little bit louder. A little bit louder now.
I suspect a lot of that though is from those Pilot Super Sports.
Well, boys, are you hungry?
Yes,
Sure, always.
Yeah.
Sandwiches.
Shall we try Snarfs?
Oh, yeah.
Well,
All right.
if Lexus can find it.
All right, let me hit the voice activation button here. Here we go. All right, come on, talk to me. Find Snarfs. It's thinking. It's still thinking.
Connect a phone and try again.
We got to connect the phone, guys.
And I think it thought you said find a nurse.
I think we have to have a phone connected. We don't have a phone connected, so we're going to give that one inconclusive, huh?
Yeah.
So
leading towards failure.
So here's what I love about this car, guys. I love the fact that it's sexy as, because it really is. I mean,
It's a good-looking car.
It's a good-looking car. You look at the proportions. It's, you know, the BMW M4 is in no doubt a BMW, and I mean, it screams that double kidney grill. Yeah, it's. But this is something completely different, right? This is a completely different interpretation of what a Grand Tour could be, and I think Lexus actually hit it out of the ballpark when it comes to style-wise. I've been driving this around a little bit, and every time I get in it, feel like, you know, people are looking at me. I feel like it's something special, which it is, right? You feel like it's almost bespoke. I mean, everything in here feels rich and smells rich and is soft to the touch, and you know, there's nothing here that screams budget at all.
No, not in the least.
The interior is top notch for sure. I mean,
Yeah, Lexus absolutely wins when it comes to interior design.
Yeah.
And fit and finish.
All right, let's see how our little hula girls. Remember, we have to judge from 1 to hula dancing being very still to 10 being the all-out hula craze. So how?
Oh, she's dancing.
She's dancing.
She's dancing a little bit.
I'm gonna give her a. What would you say? I'm gonna give her a 5.
6? I would
7.
go 6.
7, yeah. It's pretty rough. And let's see what mode we're in. We're in sport. So now we're back in eco. So you can kind of make it a little softer by changing these modes around.
Yeah, and bear in mind that this is, you know, a performance version of the car too.
Yeah.
If you get the 350, you get a much nicer riding car, but not as fast.
Exactly.
True.
So the other thing I like about this car is that you know, it kind of goes with my age. I'm not going to tell you what that is, but you know, this one does not scream boyhood racer, right? It's elegant, it's refined, it's cosmopolitan, it's sophisticated, it's all the things that I want to be, but I'm not. but the car expresses that.
I could do without the carbon fiber. You know me. I don't like carbon fiber on a car, especially one like this where it's weighs 2 tons, so carbon fiber is not going to help. But other than that, in terms of overall design and what it speaks of and what it makes me feel like when I'm in one of these, I agree with you. You know what? When I'm in one of these, actually the 350, I felt like this too. I kind of felt like people were looking at me going, he must have a really good business. Or he must have gone to a very expensive school, both of which, no. It makes you feel a little bit more special. I agree with you there. I really do.
Yeah, and is it the sharpest knife in the
No,
track
good. No,
toolkit?
it's not.
No,
Not
it's
even
not.
close.
It's not even. I mean, we just, you know, did a 0 to 60 that wasn't exactly stellar.
Yeah,
But it does have some things going for it, right? First and foremost, it's still naturally aspirated, which no German cars are now, right? They're
pretty much all turbos.
Yeah, turbos, yeah, because obviously of fuel economy. And Toyota has the Prius to offset its CAFE numbers, so they can get away with a 5-liter naturally aspirated V8, which is cool. And no other car has that. So if you want that immediate throttle control that you get from a naturally aspirated engine, this is the only one that offers it, really, in this class.
Yep.
And I think it's also really unique, right? You're not going to see it coming or going, period.
Yeah, I love the way it looks. I think it's one of the best looking Lexus that's been designed. I'm not a big fan of the grille, but with the rest of the car, it compensates for the grille, right?
Yeah.
And I like how low slung it is, yet it's still something I can sit almost normal in. Look, I've got a big boy behind me, and I'm actually relatively comfortable.
Yeah, my neck is not doing so hot, but
Yeah,
otherwise
but then nobody
we're
cares about
good.
The back seat, Mike. Nobody cares.
You know,
about
for
that back
for
seat.
what we've been in the car for 15 minutes,
Yeah.
it's livable back here. Really, it's not the worst thing in the world.
My kids could fit back there, no problem.
Easily.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Mike, to take
It's
that away
okay.
from you.
It's
But
okay.
the other side of it is, look at this. Just right here, this design element. Look how simple that is and how elegant it is. I love that. Lexus does an excellent job with interiors. This vehicle proves it. And at the same time, as nice as it is inside, it's aggressive and sophisticated looking on the outside. Great car in that respect. And I love the engine note. Sounds great.
Yeah, the other thing I would say, guys, is this is a car you want to buy today if you want to hold on to it and make something that's very collectible happen, because I think this one is going to be the one that people 20 or 30 years from now are going to be like, damn, I wish I had it when it was new, because it's going to be crazy expensive.
Yeah, I think a car like this will appreciate. They're not going to build it forever.
No, they're not. And then the other thing that we have to do when we get back to the office, which is almost upon us, is buy it, lease it, rent it, or forget it, guys. So give some thought to what you would do with this vehicle at $81,000. And of course, this does have the carbon fiber and performance package, right, Mike?
Yeah.
Right, it has the premium package, which gives you carbon fiber on the inside, and that costs $3,240. And the performance package gives you the roof, the carbon fiber speed activated rear wing, and the torque vectoring rear differential. That is $5,500. So we've got $8,000 in basically carbon fiber bits with a limited slip diff.
Torque vectoring limited slip.
Yeah, Roman and I sampled both, the regular one and then the torque vectoring one on the racetrack.
Diff is nice.
Dude, also the fact it's got a regular old
Gear lever,
gear
thank God.
Thank God. Look how easy
Yeah,
that is.
because when you're in an M4, you have the little flappy.
You got the little weird, yeah. You got to figure out how to put it in drive. All right, let's go give it a rating, boys.
After we all squeeze
Yeah,
ourselves out of here.
Squeeze out of here. Hold on. Good God.
That was an interesting sensation.
Well, I have to say that was one of the more unique buddy reviews we've done. Let us know what you think in the comments below. I'm not sure that Nathan or Mike want to repeat that. We're all over 6 foot tall, and yeah, that was really tight.
Yeah.
And probably a little unfair to the car on the 0 to 60.
To say the least, but
All right, boys. Let's start with you, Nathan. On the TFL scale of buy it, lease it, rent it, or forget it, what do you give it?
I'm going to give it a lease it.
Okay.
And if it was the 350, I'd probably buy it.
Fair?
I know it sounds strange because I love the big V8,
Yeah.
but the 350 I think is a killer bargain, and it handles about as good as this does.
How about you, Mike? What is your call?
Well, this one is about $80,000, but pricing starts at about $65,000.
This one.
I'm gonna have to lease this one. $80,000 is just a hair too much money for me. I would forego the carbon fiber bits and packages, things like that. Get it closer to its base price.
Gentlemen, this car speaks to me. I say buy it and hold on to it. Pass it on to your kid, and they'll have an investment that he can take or she can take and fund their college fund with.
Hopefully. You heard it here first.
Or not.
Bold predictions.
That's a hell of a prediction. Okay.
Well, you know, I'm basing it on the fact that all cars are going to be autonomous, electric, and boring in the next 20 years. So go with something that is none of that. As always, this is Roman
And Nathan.
And Mike.
saying check out tflcar.com for more news, views, and of course, unfiltered, real-world buddy reviews. See you guys next time. You're wrong, Doug.